Hello, grade 4 learners. My name is Teacher Elle and welcome to our science class quarter 3 week 1. Are you ready to explore the amazing world of forces? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn the following objectives. Identify rigid and soft objects based on physical characteristics. Classify objects as rigid and soft objects. Define force as a push or a pull exerted on an object. Describe forces using arrows in given situations. Identify forces in our daily tasks. Investigate how rigid and soft objects respond to applied forces. Before we start, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to push a door open or pull it closer to you? What happened to the door? Take a moment to think about it. You can even share your answer with someone nearby or say it out loud right now. Great! So when you push or pull those things, you are using something called force. So today, we'll learn about force, a push or a pull that can make things move, stop, or change shape. Every time you push or pull an object like the door, you're using force. So let's explore how it works in our everyday lives. Now, we need to make sure we understand some important words. Let's do a fun activity called the anagram game, Unscramble the Letters. Instructions: rearrange the letters in each anagram to form the correct vocabulary word. After unlocking the vocabulary words in this game, write a keyword related to the unlocked word or draw a symbol to represent the word in the third column of the table. You may now start. This time, check if your answer is correct. Movement involves actions like walking or running, symbolized by an arrow or a running figure. Rigid objects, such as those that are stiff or hard, are represented by a solid block like the stone. Soft objects, often squishy, are symbolized by a sponge, and force seen as a push or pull is depicted using arrows in opposite directions. And now, let's begin by exploring the difference between rigid and soft objects. Watch closely as I show you some examples. On the first column, soft objects bend or squish easily. On the other hand, rigid objects keep their shape unless a lot of force is applied. Rigid objects resist changes in shape and respond to applied force by altering their motion, such as changing speed or direction, as seen when a wooden block slides across a surface when pushed. In contrast, soft objects easily deform under force, undergoing changes in shape like stretching, compressing, or bending, exemplified by a ball of clay that reshapes when squeezed. Here is the key point. While rigid objects resist shape change, they can still be moved. For example, a heavy rock can be moved with enough force. Even though its shape remains relatively unchanged, in essence, both rigid and soft objects can be moved and or change in shape, but the primary effect of force on each type of object differs. Now, let's classify rigid and soft objects. Think of real-world examples where rigid materials are used, and what about soft materials? So grab your notebook and draw a line down the middle, label one side rigid and the other side soft. Write or draw two objects in each column. A while ago, you learned that a force is a push or a pull exerted on an object. When you push a shopping cart, you're applying force to move it forward. When you pull a rope, the force pulls it toward you. We can use arrows to show the direction of a force. Take a look at the pictures. A pushing force is represented by an arrow pointing away from the source of the force, starting at the point where the force is applied on the object. Example, a girl pressing the phone, a boy pushing the light switch. Now, a pulling force is represented by an arrow pointing toward the source of the force, starting at the point where the force is applied on the object. Example, a boy is pulling a chair, the bigger hand is pulling the rubber band, the girl is sweeping the floor. So remember, when you push an object, the arrow points away from you and forward. If you pull an object, the arrow points toward you and backward. Look at each picture carefully. Identify whether the action shown involves a push or a pull force. Now observe the pictures and give your answers. Write it in your notebook. Key points of the lesson. Forces are everywhere, constantly at work around us, shaping how objects move and interact. Whether it's a gentle push or a strong pull, forces influence our surroundings in ways we might not always notice. Think about our daily activities. When you push a shopping cart forward, pull a rolling backpack behind you, or even play games with your friends, you are using forces to make things move or stop. These interactions showcase how forces are essential in performing simple and complex tasks alike. By carefully observing how objects move and behave, we apply scientific processes to understand the forces at play. This awareness helps us make sense of the world, deepening our knowledge of physics and its practical applications in everyday life. Forces aren't just abstract concepts, they're a key part of how we interact with and navigate the world around us. Now, let us answer the following questions to check if you understand our lesson. Why do we need to be aware of how the things around us are moving? Okay, we need to be aware of how things are moving to ensure safety, make better decisions, and interact with the environment effectively. For example, understanding the motion of vehicles or falling objects help us avoid accidents. Number two, why is it important to learn how forces affect how things move? Okay, understanding how forces affect motion helps us predict, control, and use movement in practical ways. This knowledge is vital for activities like designing tools, solving everyday problems, and understanding natural events like the wind pushing objects. Number three, what important scientific skills have you developed in this lesson, and why do you need to develop them? Okay, I hope that you develop your observation, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. These skills are important because they allow you to understand the world better, find solutions to challenges, and make decisions based on evidence, which are useful in school and daily life. Now, please get your notebook and ball pen that try to answer this assessment part, true or false. Number 1 to 5. So carefully read the statement below, then write true if the statement is correct, then otherwise write false if the answer is wrong. Then complete the table below by drawing an arrow to represent the force applied in each daily task below. Great job today, grade 4. Keep exploring the wonderful world of forces. See you next time.